Hello, it is around 8 p.m. on January 29, 2019, and we're starting to get some heavy rain in our area right now. You can see here in Nassau County, I can really hear it coming down. You can see here on the radar, there are some yellows here that are moving over our area right now as we speak. If we look at this radar here, you will see also some heavy rain over New Jersey, going up into western parts of Long Island. That will shift east. And then we also have a line here, a rain-snow line. Yeah, there is going to be snow on the backside of this. I don't expect much of an accumulation. We will look at the models, but I think most of the accumulation is going to be north and west of us, mainly from from like north and west of I-95 probably. So we can look at the temperatures here, and you can see what's happening here. You could see this absolutely bitter cold air mass that is now coming directly out of Canada and is now over Minnesota, the Dakotas, and Wisconsin, and is heading toward Chicago. And temperatures here are 27, 30 below zero. That's very, very cold air. Very cold. This is almost as cold as it can get in this area here, because this air is coming straight out of Canada. Now we're not getting a direct shot of this. I kind of wish we were, because imagine if this was just if this was over here instead. What would be happening? We would be it would be the end of the southern pine beetles. It would be the end of them. I'll put it that way. It'd be the end of a lot of bugs. But we're not getting that. We're not going to get a direct shot of that. But you can see here, as we go into our area a little closer, you can see here that it is in the 40s today with a south wind, and you could sort of see, it looks like it's showing where the front is. So the front is just, it looks like just east of New York City here, and the winds are going to shift from the south-southeast, where it's in the mid-40s, and then you go over New Jersey, they're already in the 30s with westerly winds, and that will continue into tomorrow. So let's look at the models. Let's take a look and get a little closer into our region here and see what's going to happen with this snowfall. Now, like I said, I'm not expecting much in the way of a snowfall accumulation with this in our area, but let's see what the models say. Yeah, they actually, oh yeah, I got to move this forward. Yeah, they're not giving us very much at all. They're giving us around an inch at most. So we might see an inch. We might see an inch. I mean, I think there might be a little snow on the ground by midnight when this changes over, but it won't be very much. That's for sure. And we have this front coming through, so we'll look at the thermodynamics and see. You'll see the changes in the temperature very quickly. So let's go ahead and move this over. So you can see here currently we're in the 40s. But we'll be dropping very quickly. This is the first cold front that is going to be moving. There's actually two cold fronts that are going to be moving through. So by tomorrow, we are below freezing, and we're going to stay below freezing for a while after that. Tomorrow, we're going to struggle to reach 30 degrees, but there's a secondary front that comes through in the afternoon. We'll show you this feature on some of the other models that might show up better, but you can see here that secondary front right here that's going to come through in the late afternoon on Wednesday. And then after that, we really get bone-chilling cold temperatures only in the single digits come Thursday morning, and then we only get up into the teens on Thursday. You can see some of the bitter cold air, the really, really cold stuff. That we're not going to really see any of that. And then by Friday, it starts moderating a little bit. We start getting into the mid-20s. But it'll still be kind of chilly right through the weekend. Saturday, we'll be recovering to maybe around 30. Sunday, we recover more into the 40s, and then we see a warm-up come next week, which I'm not going to talk about in this weather update. We're just going to talk about the upcoming deep freeze that we are going to be having. So let's take a look at the GFS. The good news is it looks like we may finally get some clear sky. Hopefully I won't be disappointed this time. So we start off some clouds Wednesday morning, but then we have a break late Wednesday morning into the early part of the afternoon. We may have some clear skies tomorrow. And then that front moves through the main Arctic front moves through, and then by Thursday it looks like we should have clear skies over New Jersey, western Long Island, but I wouldn't rule out, because of the extreme cold, that there could be some Long Island sound effect cloudiness, and as well as snow showers over the east end, particularly the Twin Forks, come Thursday. And then by Friday we're back in the clouds again. And for the weekend, some of the models are saying it was going to be clear Saturday. Now it's saying it's not going to be clear. But we do have two opportunities, I think, tomorrow and Thursday for some clear skies. Let's shift gears. Let's look at the NAM model and see how that it looks with the cloudiness as well, because every model has a different look to it when it comes to the clouds and how it handles it. But the NAM 2 has mostly clear skies over Long Island for a good part of tomorrow, so there's a likelihood that I can get to the Pine Barrens. And then for Thursday, it will be bitter cold, but I don't think the wind is going to be as extreme as the last time, but this model also gives us clear skies. So definitely 2 chances to get to the Pine Barrens, and I got to just do it, despite the cold, because if we look at these temperatures, it is going to be pretty chilly on Thursday. Again, we are going to be, this model is a lot significantly colder than the NAM, has us around 0 in the morning, and then we struggle to reach the teens in the afternoon, so it's going to be a pretty chilly day, but clear. The winds, I don't think the winds, we'll look at the winds here, I don't think the winds are going to be too, yeah, they're not too strong. I don't see too many barbs on those isobars, so, I mean, they'll be strong, west winds at a good clip, but I don't think it's going to be like it was the last time when we had those extreme wind chills. That was insane. So let's look at the NAM and see how it's going to handle the snowfall here. As we go in here, you see the NAM really doesn't really, it does develop a little something on the back end, but like I said, I don't think we'll see much more than an inch, and even that's pushing it in our area on Long Island and in the city. That moves away, and then here comes that secondary feature, and this is very well defined. This Arctic front right here. This is going to separate the cold air from the really bitterly cold air. This moves through, so we might have some clear skies, but in the afternoon, late afternoon, around 3-4 o'clock, this line could be actually a good snow squall with this. Very quick hitting. It won't last very long, but this will mark the boundary between the cold air and the really cold Arctic air that's going to be moving in. And then that moves away, and then we have clear skies for Thursday. So I think we finally have a chance to have some clear sky. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. Hopefully I do not get disappointed, because it has been, let me tell you, it has been way too long. This winter we've been in a very unusual pattern when it comes to the cloudiness and the lack of snow. But the cloudiness is really what gets on my nerves. I'll just look at the satellite very briefly here to show you the satellite image here across the east here. So you can see here is the front right here, and then behind it, mostly clear skies. So it's good. There is some lake effect cloudiness, but I think due to the wind direction, I don't think it will be affecting us. So that's some good news. That's some good news. All right, so I'll wrap this weather update up looking at some of these temperatures that are in Chicago right now. Chicago looks like it's around below. It's 4 below. It's going to get a lot colder than that now. If you're in Minneapolis, looks like it's around 21 below right now. So that's pretty chilly. That is pretty chilly. So this is some really, really cold air. This is the kind of air where literally if you're outside in this air and you take like a bucket of hot water and throw it in the air, it just turns to steam, which would be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool to see that. I wish this was coming out. One day we will get it on the east, I'm telling you. One day. It's just a matter of getting things in the right position, hopefully. Imagine this comes down on the East Coast. But unfortunately, like I said, this winter is turning out to be not our winter. But anyway, you could see here that as we go into the east, you see temperatures are, not as cold, obviously, but this air is coming our way. It's going to modify somewhat, but it is coming our way, so it will get very cold. This might be the last time it gets this cold this winter. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we get some more Arctic outbreaks, but it's good that we're getting one. And the main thing is, of course, that we get those clear skies and some sunshine, which we need so badly. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Take care. And again, we got the rain turning to snow. The only concern I've got right now, actually, we're going to go right to the Weather Service webpage. The concern that I've got, you can see there's a winter weather advisory for the western areas, is that all this rain is going to flash freeze, and there could be some ice around. I think we may be dealing with that tomorrow morning, perhaps some ice on the roads. And of course, the Long Island Railroad main line will probably have another. It had problems this morning with broken rails. And Babylon Branch had a broken rail too, but it did not affect the service as badly as the main line, because they don't care about the main line. We know that they don't maintain. I don't talk about it anymore, but you know, because this has to do with the weather, I just won't be surprised if the main line has problems both tomorrow and Thursday. So if you are taking the Long Island Railroad, especially if you're taking the main line, allow plenty of extra time to get where you need to go for the next 2 days. Anyway, that's going to be it for the weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.